Before we begin, I want to share something that's becoming more present, more poignant, especially since stepping into my 50s. This reflection, it came from my own experience, from my own quiet realizations. And while I know it won't resonate with everyone, I have a feeling it will speak to some of you, and that's enough. And my hope, more than anything, is that it will take something meaningful, something grounding, something that quietly stays with you long after you've listened. Hello, and welcome to Voice After 50. I'm Beverley, your host, and thank you for joining me today. I want to start by saying that today's episode isn't about fixing anything. It's not about pushing through or finding solutions. It's simply about pausing, taking a breath, giving yourself a moment of stillness to notice what's really going on inside. A chance to step back from the noise, soften the pace, and reconnect with yourself, maybe for the first time in a while. So let me ask you, have you ever felt tired? Not just in your body, not physically tired, but in your spirit. And by this I mean that quiet ache of holding everything together, of waking up and putting on a smile, or that mask of strength. Not because you're always okay, but because people depend on you to be okay. When you think about it, it's so subtle, isn't it? The way we build these masks, little by little, day by day, and after a while, we don't even notice we're wearing them. Beneath all the noise, the responsibilities, the constant rush of life, there's often a quiet whisper. It's not loud or obvious, it lingers. That small feeling you can't quite put into words or articulate, but you know it's there. It's the subtle craving for even a single unhurried breath, the longing for one moment where everything slows down, where the weight eases, where you feel safe enough to simply stop. It's the wish for release, to let go of holding it all together, if only for a heartbeat. What the whisper is really asking for is simple. A pause. A moment of stillness that allows you to reconnect with yourself, to soften into safety and to remember what it feels like to just be. A place where you could simply be tired, vulnerable, human, not judged, not pitied, just met with gentle, quiet support. Met with a hand to hold, a shoulder to lean on. Being present in a way where there is nothing to do, no expectations, just being. You know, we tend not to give ourselves enough credit for carrying on when we're weary, in showing up for others, even when we feel invisible to ourselves, running on empty, for holding both the weight of responsibility and resolve in the same breath, while still moving forward. There's an unspoken strength in that, one that rarely asks for applause or accolades, but deserves it all the same. It's the yearning and need to lean back, to exhale, to let go even for a moment, to just be held by that moment. It's the heart's quiet call for rest, for openness, for connection. The things that make carrying on possible, bearable. The things that give us strength and resolve. But I'll be frank here, I wrestle with this idea. You know, that feeling, that connection itself, that it might be an imposition and uncomfortable exposure all at the same time. Do you ever feel that to connect with someone so that you can take a breath, a moment, means burdening them or presenting yourself as less than? And when we delve into this a little bit further, it can become apparent that it runs even deeper than that, doesn't it? For some of us, this hesitation to lean back, to let go, to be vulnerable, this reluctance to ask for help, it isn't just pride, it's history. And by this I mean that for many of us, for as long as you can remember, you've always had to rely on yourself in one way or another. That was the unspoken rule, wasn't it? If anything was going to be done, or get done, if anyone was going to care for you, it had to be you. And this is more than habit, it's muscle memory. We usually think of muscle memory as something physical, like riding a bike or typing without looking at the keys. Your body remembers what to do, even if you haven't practiced in a while. But emotions and attitudes can work the same. When we go through certain experiences over and over, our brain and body starts to memorize the emotional response. If you spent years meeting every challenge alone, pushing through without asking for help, your mind and body can start to default to that self-reliance automatically, even when you're running on empty. The moment something hard shows up, you slip into "I've got this" mode, whether or not you actually have the energy to carry it. So now, stopping, resting, asking for support, it feels unnatural, uncomfortable, like fighting your own instincts. And it's not stubbornness, it's in the wiring that your brain has built pathways, like a well-trodden path that links struggle with going solo. And the more you've walked that path, the easier and more automatic it becomes. So for some of us, it's not only what's been ingrained, it's what we've lived. Perhaps there was that one moment where you dared to ask for help, where you let your guard down, and what you were met with wasn't kindness, but maybe indifference, ridicule, judgment, or worse, silence. After that, you made yourself a quiet promise. Never again. Never ask again. Never need, never expect, never allow that level of vulnerability again. So you learn to carry it all. Hold yourself up. To never impose, never risk rejection. It's a lesson learned over years, decades of being the strong one, the reliable one, the one who doesn't ask for help because by now you've been taught to have it all together. But what if today, just for this moment, you allowed yourself to question that? What if you didn't have to carry it alone? What if now it's different? Emotional muscle memory isn't fixed, it's learned. And anything learned can be unlearned or rewritten. But let's take this a step further. What if the antidote to always carrying it all isn't about giving more or taking more? What if it's about allowing yourself to simply be, without the armour of doing? Not in some grand cosmic sense, but in a human, everyday way. Like sitting next to someone without feeling the need to fix, to prove, or to earn your place. No words, no checklist, no silent scoreboard. Just presence. The kind that says, you don't have to hold this alone right now. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's where the rewiring begins, in moments that are small, still, and unchecked. I don't have all the answers, and I'll never claim to, and that's okay because this is not what this is about. This is a quiet open space for honesty and just putting thoughts and reflections out there. So maybe you needed to hear this today. Maybe you needed to know that it's okay to lean on others, ask for help, let go. You don't have to be everything to everyone. Show up and take on stuff when you haven't really got the internal resources to do so, like a car running on fumes. As you all know, if you've listened for a while, this process of reflection gives me an opportunity to not only connect with you, but to embark upon a process of self-talk where my aim is to put into practice what I'm encouraging you to do. Always remember that you have survived every hard day, every long night, and you're still here, still showing up. That is strength. And you deserve rest. You deserve ease. You deserve presence without the weight of expectation. Thank you for letting me be with you today. Thank you for showing up just as you are. Remember, you can always come back here and use this episode as a reminder that you are more than enough and you don't have to do everything on your own. This has been Voice After 50. I'm Beverley, and until next time, take care of your beautiful, brave, tired heart. Talk soon.